Cheers, Buccaneers. Welcome back. I thought it would be a lot of fun if I looked at unseen footage from when I was homeless and lived in my car. Recently, my homeless documentary that I filmed 3 years ago has been getting a lot of views and a lot of comments. So I thought it would be fun to see some unseen footage that I haven't shared with the internet before. And obviously we're back with Pablo. Pablo and I are just a dynamic duo. Pablo is my Penny from SpongeBob. Take it away, Penny.
I feel like SpongeBob in the Penny, Chip, and Napkin episode. It's like, take it away, Penny.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at this. Look at this man.
It's Quandale Dingle here.
Did you guys know that I found him in a closet? I didn't win him at a fair. He appeared in my closet one day when I was in high school, and there was a needle stuck in the back of his head, like a needle. So I don't know if that was my mom's or I don't know what was going on, but he appeared in my closet one day and then we were homeless together. And now, not only are Pablo and I not homeless anymore, but I get to look back on it as a time in my life where I learned so much about myself. Of course, it was one of the loneliest times I've ever been through, but so many people have it so much worse. And I am grateful that I was never seriously hurt. You know, nothing too bad ever happened to me, and I was lucky enough to make it out of it because a lot of people don't make it out. It's crazy what that video posting that 3 years ago did to my viewpoint, because I remember when I was living in my car, I just felt so bad about myself because I thought, no one my age is going through this. This is so embarrassing. And I would go to grocery stores and just see kids younger than me or my age, and they just have great parents and a great life. They drive a pink Jeep Wrangler. And of course, it's not good to compare yourself. I think comparison is the thief of joy. But at the same time, it was hard to look around me and be like, okay, well, if I had better parents, I wouldn't be in this situation, or if this happened, this wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't be here. I thought it would be fun if I reacted to some footage that I filmed when I was homeless that never made it to the internet. And a lot of people asked me, I posted a part 1 of the homeless documentary, where's the part 2? So I was homeless for about almost 4 months, and I filmed myself every day. So by the time I got out of homelessness, I had 10 hours of footage. So that part 1 that is on my YouTube channel is only the first month. Month 2 and month 3, I have all of that filmed, but it's on a hard drive that I have, and the hard drive is corrupted. So once I figure out how to uncorrupt the hard drive, I should hopefully at some point be able to come out with a part 2. The only thing that also has been hindering me from getting that part 2 out, it's sometimes really hard for me to go back and watch videos of me when I was homeless, just because it puts myself back in that headspace I was in, which was complete survival mode. I felt like I couldn't trust anyone. I felt like everyone in my life had abandoned me, and it takes me back to a really dark place. But at the same time, I learned confidence and how to stick up for myself when I was homeless. That was the first time I'd ever stuck up to my family. It was a really powerful moment for me that you see even in just the end of that first month, the end of that video. In part 1 of the homeless documentary, you really see me kind of evolve and get to the point where instead of me being I don't understand why my family isn't talking to me, I stick up for myself, and I'm wait, I don't deserve this. I'm not doing bad things that maybe they think I'm doing. But my next video, I want to answer all your guys' questions and respond to comments. So many lovely people have left so many amazing comments. And before I start, I just want to say I really appreciate anyone who left a kind comment, who was supportive, who watched the video. Every nice comment leaves such a positive impact on me, and it motivates me to keep being vulnerable, because it's really scary to I'm going to put this homeless video of me on the internet, and everyone's going to see that I clearly was not showering regularly, my hair looks greasy, I don't look pretty, I cry, I yell, and my confidence was at an all-time low. And that was such a hard thing for me to put on the internet, and the fact that so many people resonated with and were like, hey, I'm homeless right now, I'm living in my car, or I lived in my car for 2 years, like this isn't talked about, so thank you for putting this out there because you made me feel less alone. And every comment that tells me they feel less alone from watching my video, I feel less alone from their comment, and it's just like this beautiful cycle of positivity and lifting each other up. And I just want to thank all you beautiful people. And I don't even have to see you to know you're beautiful, because you guys are so nice and kind, and I'm getting like full body chills thinking about it. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. Stop it. But I just really appreciate all the love on my homeless video. It was really, really hard for me to share. Sometimes it's hard for me to talk about still. I just freaking love you guys. I just want to hug you guys like this. Just give all you guys a big hug. I think mental health and being vulnerable about those things is so important, because you really never know who in the world is going through homelessness or living in their car, or even if they just feel alone in life. And I'll always say this, that feeling of being alone is the worst feeling on the planet. I can't even explain to you like the nights that I felt so, and I still feel that way sometimes, but it was so much more amplified when I was living in my car. I just felt so hopeless and like I just should not be alive. And just the feeling of like, I really felt like I was the only person on the planet. That's really how I can describe this empty feeling of despair, and just I was so scared all the time, and it was a really scary thing for me to put on the internet, but it's been such a positive experience, and the fact that it's resonated with so many people makes everything worth it. I would do it again. I would put more videos of me crying and feeling so alone if it meant that someone else out there connects with it. And yeah, okay, let's get into some of these videos. Okay, the first video I'm gonna play, so this is a video of me just taking a video of my car. It's like a little apartment tour, so oh my gosh, my little setup and Pablo. Oh my gosh, so that painting, you guys see that painting that I put up in my car? So I painted that when I was on shrooms. This was before I was homeless, and I did them with my old podcast co-host. And it was just such a funny shroom trip, and it honestly is really crazy. I should probably talk about that at some point. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, I had my little bed back there. My therapist gave me those blankets that you see. I lived in my car during the winter time, so it got below like freezing sometimes. Okay, this is a video of me and Dan Van. So Dan Van I actually met on Bumble. I was sleeping in my car for like 1 week or two. I didn't really know where to park or where to go, but I was on all the dating apps because I was very lonely, I shouldn't have been on dating apps in the vulnerable situation I was in, but I longed for human connection like we all do. Yeah, I was on Bumble, okay, I was. And I ended up matching with Dan Van, but instantly we were just friends, and he told me he was living in his van and like staying in Folsom, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm living in my car right now. And then he was like, oh, like I park at this parking lot where a lot of other car campers park. If you need somewhere safe to park, like you can always park somewhere near me. And I was like, heck yeah, I'll take you up on that. And then we started meeting up. We would smoke once a week, and I would always park a couple parking spots from his van every night, just because it made me feel like I was a little bit safer. And the reason I was staying in Folsom to begin with was because the podcast studio was near there, and I obviously didn't feel like anywhere was my home, but the podcast studio was the closest thing that I felt like was home, because I knew that's what I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to create content. I wanted to tell stories and talk about mental health and just make content. So yeah, it just kind of all worked out, and I met Dan Van, started sleeping in the same parking lot he did, and this is a video that we filmed together. Let's watch it. We got Dan Van, Dan Van World, yeah. We're the famous van. Hashtag van life smoke
If
sesh.
you're not having smoke sesh in your van, actually in a van.
Yeah, are you actually living in a van if you're not having a
living
smoke
in
sesh?
2000 Toyota Sienna?
Yeah.
With just a bed?
Yeah, with just a twin bed in the back. I wish I had a twin bed in my Toyota Camry. I would be set. Like, I would have to come have smoke sessions with you.
We got
just to sleep in your twin bed.
It's like you have to live like you don't give a fuck because like you live in what you're driving. So wherever you go, you have to just be like, I don't give a fuck. Like this is literally me. Like when I get out of my car in the grocery store, like they're seeing me and my house. Like, when I get pulled over, like the cops look and they see a bed. It's just like
That's so true. You literally, Dan Van is so right. You can't hide your weird stuff. Like it's just there.
this is everything you see here is me.
Yeah.
It's real as fuck.
It's like vulnerable.
You can't hide.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't hide your weird shit in your van.
Yeah. It's out in the open.
It's out.
it's all there.
Yeah. You see
Dan Van was like one of the wisest people I have ever met in my life. He was so philosophical. He's on a podcast episode on Your Friend's Podcast on YouTube. I did a whole podcast episode with him. He's a really interesting guy. Everything that he talked about was really, really cool. I owe a lot to Dan Van because not only did he give me a safe place to like be, but he was a friend to me, and we would check in with each other once a week, and it was good. During the day, he would DoorDash, I would Instacart, and it was great. Shout out Dan Van. And yeah, that video is so funny. I did sleep in his twin bed like once or twice because I didn't have a twin bed in my Camry. And guys, the back problems that I had, oh my gosh. But we never hooked up or anything, which is good. He was genuinely a good friend to me, and I really, really appreciate that about him. And yeah, if you guys want to see more about Dan Van, he's on a podcast episode. Okay, this video is crazy. Like quite literally dropped me in the middle of Russia. No, scratch that. Drop me in the middle of North Korea with nothing but a stizzy and a journal, and I'll survive. I will literally survive. That's a good one. Okay, this is an everything I do in the day homeless edition. This is everything I do in a day while living in my car. First, I wake up in the parking lot, and then I drive to Sprouts, and I get chicken, and I make this nice little spinach wrap chicken burrito, and then I just wait in the parking lot that's near a bunch of other stores, and I wait for Instacart orders. Oh my gosh, this was one when this homeless guy woke me up in the middle of the night and asked me for a lighter. And he was banging on my windows, and then I made this TikTok.
You shut up! I'm so fucking scared right now, you shut up!
He was nice though, he was chill.
So I'm gonna give you an apartment tour.
This is the passenger side, and this is where my kitchen is. Now I'll show you the living room. So we have blankets and pillows, and I also have a living room and a smoking area. I also have a roommate. Bob Ross, best roommate ever. Same with Pablo. I just went to Walmart and got more stuff for my car, and I'm gonna show you. So first I got this bathroom mat from Walmart, and it's like $6. The next thing I got was this giant pillow, which was like $6. And it looks kind of like a vibe. And then I also got a few towels for the gym so I can shower there, because I don't think they provide you with towels. So yeah. I thought I ate with that Walmart haul. I was like, new apartment shopping. Yeah, I thought I ate. I kind of did eat though. It's kind of chic. Getting ready for bed was so easy. I literally just had to like get my sweats on and then jump in the back seat, and then I'd rip my stizzy like a million times until like I was seeing stars, and then I'd be able to like pass out. It was honestly a good routine going on, but it also kind of sucked. Oh my gosh, one time I got this order off Instacart and someone ordered like 80 bottles of soda, like liters liters of soda.
I am Instacarting right now, and my first Instacart of the day, someone ordered 54 2-liter bottles of soda.
54 2-liter bottles of soda.
Oh my God.
Is so crazy. I definitely had some crazy orders when I was Instacarting. I DoorDash around Folsom and El Dorado Hills, which are like kind of richer, nicer areas of Sacramento, so I'd really make those tips. I'd purposely try to get Instacarts that were by really rich neighborhoods, so then they'd give me tips, and it was awesome. And then here's a video of me pretending to work out at the gym so I could shower every day. So funny. I just remember like I'd walk into the gym, go straight to the locker room, would not work out, and then I would walk out of the gym like all showered. I was like, I wondered if the workers ever noticed, but like I got away with it, so it's okay. Dude, watching these videos, like you can tell like I'm a little manic and I'm in survival mode. Like you can just look at how like anxious I am, and maybe that's why my family thought I was on drugs. I mean, maybe they didn't. I just have that idea in my head because of who my mom is. But looking at these videos, like, I seem manic. But I was in survival mode and, like, abandoned by everyone. So, like, what do you really expect, you know? Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on myself.
Not only am I living in my car, but I'm living in my car near a city where there's a serial killer.
Oh, my...
Like, on the loose.
Okay, guys, this was actually crazy. They called him the Sacramento serial killer, was on the loose while I was living in my car, and was like killing girls my age. Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
My dad just kicked me out and said that he's no longer my father, but is in fact a sperm
Shout out to
donor,
my father.
and told me to change my name, and that he hates my podcast because I sound like a little slut. At least I have Bob Ross.
You know, no comment on this because I don't think I can legally say anything about my father right now, but that is definitely a crazy video. Okay, we have to watch the classic first, right? Let's watch the classic.
Who knows? Maybe a little like a Bumble Date World Tour? That's probably a bad idea.
Bumble Date World Tour. Bumble Date World Tour gets me every time. Little Bumble Date World Tour. Maybe that's a bad idea. Yeah, I think it would be a bad idea.
POV, we're at a sleepover in my car.
POV, we're at a sleepover in my car. That's another good one. Okay, now this is the most infamous clip. We'll watch.
That's a homeless person for sure. I'm a homeless person. Why am I saying that?
That's a homeless person. Oh wait, I'm a homeless person. I literally had the realization that, because I remember I was in my car and I see this guy walk by my car, and I can tell he was homeless, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's a homeless person. And then literally within seconds I go, wait, I'm a homeless person. Why am I saying that? It's like the instant realization of, hey, that's actually me. Hey, whatever situation that guy's in, oh, look in the mirror, sweetie. You're homeless too. Yeah. So I love that video a lot.
I stayed the night at this older guy's house that I met on the internet last night. Homeless vibes.
Okay, I met this older guy online on a dating app. And by old, I mean like late 30s. But I was 19. And he was in his late 30s. He was from the South, so he had this really thick Southern accent, and he was so nice. And he never once touched me or tried to come on to me. And I like just told him like I was homeless and stuff, and I was messaging him, and he just had very much like Southern hospitality. I should definitely have never gone over there. That's so not safe. But I was like, you know what? He's offering to cook me dinner, and like I could sleep on the air mattress, so I'm gonna do it. So I literally went over there, and he had this little like apartment in Davis, and he cooked me food, fed me, and then made me a bed, puffed up this air mattress in his living room. I'll play a video of that. But he was so nice and was like always talking about like fried chicken and like Southern food, and he was really nice. I stayed there for like 5 nights, I think, but me in that survival mode, I could never stay somewhere for too long because my fight or flight instincts would kick in and I'd be like, I'm a bird and I have to get out of here. Like, they don't want me here. Like, just because I had been so through that over and over again with like different family members and different people, it was embedded in my head that I was a burden. So like, obviously I didn't want to stay there and like overstay my welcome, but that's where that video's from. But yeah, he never touched me. We never did anything, but definitely not a smart idea. Definitely not my finest hour. Listen, you would do it too for a meal. But shout out to him. He was so nice. Like, his southern accent was so funny. Like, every time he talked, it was hilarious. Like, well, we can get you on the air mattress for tonight, and then I can cook some chicken. And you don't even have to worry about a thing. You can watch the TV. I'm just going to go to bed because I got work in the morning. But you're welcome to lie here on this air mattress. And yeah, he was really nice. So shout out to the people who did help me when I was homeless. Like Dan Van, Southern guy, Pablo, Bob Ross. I mean, really, this is the best friends you could have all around. I should really try to find out where Dan Van is. I have no idea where he is. And I can't remember the last time we texted. I tried to text him. I don't think it delivered. So, Dan Van, if you're out there, please text me. I'm worried. I think that's everything. So, cheers, Buccaneers. I love you guys. In next video, I'll be going through comments of questions on my documentary, on my shorts, or on this video. And I'll be going through questions that people have asked me about homelessness or advice or anything that has to do with being homeless, and I will answer all of those and respond to them in the next video. So yeah, I love you guys. Cheers, Buccaneers. If you want to watch the whole homeless documentary, I'll have that link. Yeah, I love you guys. In the past like 5 days, I went from 1,500 subscribers to 16,000. And I think I'm so excited. I'm shaking in my boots and I want to jump until I start flying. Because what the heck? And I just want to thank all you beautiful people. And I don't even have to see you to know you're beautiful because you guys are so nice and kind and I'm getting like full body chills thinking about it. Don't make me cry. Stop it. But I just really appreciate all the love on my homeless video. It was really, really hard for me to share. Sometimes it's hard for me to talk about still. Your guys' support and kindness really makes it a lot easier for me to talk about it. So I just freaking love you guys. I just want to hug you guys like this. Just give all you guys a big hug. And Pablo says that he loves all of you guys, and I love all you guys. And yeah, thank you for watching, and cheers, Buccaneers. No tears. It's because we never cry. Because big girls don't cry. It's never over. We're now. Okay, I love you guys. Cheers, Buccaneers. Should I take a thumbnail?